Got a quote from a complex interview that he did a couple of years ago where he said, I wanted to create a community because with Garage previously, I was getting a lot of attention and there were producers who weren't in the limelight, so I wanted to shine a light on everyone else. It wasn't just me making this genre, there's a whole underground of producers, and I wanted to create this community of people who could release music. So I think it would be fair to say that there's been a real conscious effort from you to develop what is around you rather than just your own career.
Yeah, I feel like for me, in terms of just being like an artist and being like this as a person, I feel like if I wasn't a music producer or a DJ, I think I would have been a teacher. Like I just like giving back and I like just like teaching or like educating or just giving stuff basically. And I feel like for me, it was important to make sure that I felt as if it was kind of unjust, or I didn't like the whole like attention thing. I felt like there were just so many other people around me that I wanted to give a platform. And again, like at the time, I was actually stuck in my record, though. I couldn't even release the music that I wanted to release. So it was good that I was able to, like, we put out Steez in, and then we kind of had this stipulation where I was able to kind of release music via Kiwi, and then me and Andy together, we kind of like we did the Kiwi Manifesto, and that was nice to get like loads of music from, again, like a whole like breadth of how the scene like sounded. You had like early Sammy tunes, early versions of my tunes, and it was nice to kind of like build something from that moment there, and I felt like it was nice. I never knew that, I didn't know Elaborate Grow was gonna happen. Like I only found out like maybe a month or so before, but I was like, cool, I'm starting this label, I've got this tune, one of the biggest rappers in the UK, let me just see if I can like use this momentum to kind of build stuff.
So that then led to you being able to push the label further with the...
Yeah, because I was like, I thought of like, say of like the 10 million people who listen to Elaborate Grove, maybe like, let's say like 10,000 of them are going to be like, oh shit, I really like this instrumental. And then like of that 10,000, you've got like maybe half of them are going to be like, oh, this is like UK Garage, who made this beat. Of that like 10,000, you've got 5,000 people who then have like gone to the point of like, cool, what is this? When of that 5,000, it's like converting that 5,000 into like wanting to go and see the label, going and do the shows. And it was nice to use like that momentum to kind of build stuff. And I felt like we had like a really good run in terms of like using that momentum and pushing people and giving people a platform.
So I think we both probably agree that what the community needed to grow around this sort of period was, you know, is there to be more labels, more nights, more radio shows sort of pushing the genre so it was more widely spread. And that obviously that, you know, artists could see other artists that had started at the bottom and gone further, and then there'd be a clear pathway for them to follow. Where does Garage go from here in the way that it needed to go at that point? Like, what do you think is next for the genre? What needs to come looking forward?
I don't know, to be honest. I feel like it doesn't really need to go anywhere. It can just grow. It doesn't really need to have like an end point or a beginning point. I feel like what I saw from before in terms of like the 10 years kind of before when I started making music and stuff is that like it was kind of like this unknown time where Garage existed, but there wasn't really, like I say, this ecosystem or kind of community going. And I feel like because like there can be underground stuff and there can be like a mainstream, and it's okay for things to like swing between both back and forth, but as long as they can both like feed off each other, it's fine. Like I don't mind like pop garage tunes, because when those pop garage tunes goes, like the underground's still going to be there. The same way the underground like creates that kind of, it creates the hype, it creates that momentum for people to be like, oh shit, this is what's bubbling over here, let me try and eat into it. But I think for me it's just like the sound's exporting, like people are listening to it abroad and like in Europe and in the States. I feel like it's really healthy. I feel like all the offshoots and all the stuff that people are doing, it's just nice. It's nice to have like people invested in Garage, like young people invested in Garage, not people who are like my cousins, like my girl brother's age, or like, yeah, like it's just nice for it to be like a young, like vibrant community.